do the dirty work. We have to put in the time. We can't sleep on a book. We can't buy something from Amazon. We just can't watch 7 hours of YouTube videos. Hey everyone, what's going on? Jim from Grassroots Piano. I'm smiling and I am dedicated to get this video done. I don't know why, but this video has been tricky for me to get into. So we're just gonna roll with it, just like if we're playing. And when I'm recording some basic piano stuff, I don't do it over and over again because it's just not fun. And you can't punch in a recording. At least I don't have that time or technology skill. Anyway, today's topic is a big one. It's getting both hands to play. And it's going to be a bit of tough love. I'm going to call some of you out because I know there's some things that you might be doing, and that's why you're not able to play with both hands. All right, so one of the things, by the way, I've been doing this for 30 plus years, so there's a lot of things that I like to address through the thousands of students that I've had from teenage years all the way up through the 80s. And some of the stuff I was thinking about today when I was driving home from work, I was really thinking about this, and so I came up with 7 things, but feel free to dial in your journey, or if you have a piano teacher, what they might say. Number 1, as we age, it takes time to rewire the brain, but we can do it, and it helps with cognitive decline. Number 1, 2 is kind of an umbrella. It goes into a few other ones. For instance, muscle memory. Number 2, muscle memory is super important, and you have to put the reps in. And I put this in here because I find sometimes in YouTube, it's always like, I can teach you this fast. Sure, you know what? You can. There are educators that know how to lock in something and get a student from point A to B faster, but only a little bit faster if you want quality. You can cut as many corners as you like, but if you're not putting the reps in, you will definitely have a coordination nightmare. And the reps can be not only just doing the exercise over and over again, but training the muscles, making sure that you're aware of what's going on, getting the blood flow in correctly. So number 2 is, we're going to come back to that one because, well, I'm going to bring it up again because it's going to prove my point. Number 3, I definitely, as a teacher, have been involved in this many times. We are multitasking as music people. We're thinking about everything: articulation, dynamics, pedaling, notes, treble clef, bass clef, nuance, it can go on, chords, linear playing. So you have to think about what you're going to be doing in your practice. Don't overthink. Think about don't overthink, but think about some basic things you want to do and what goals you want to do. Break something down, just 2 or 3 measures, but make sure you give yourself time. Here's one, especially if you're a right-hander. Yeah, number 4, left hand neglect. So what happens with left hand neglect is we're learning a lot of melodies, some of us, in our right hand, and then we might just have a bass part. So our left hand's just not as busy. And busy meaning it doesn't have that athleticism yet, or that dexterity and the flexibility. So maybe a little solution here, and I'm going to give some more at the end, but maybe you do some warm-ups and just start with the left hand. That's super important. And I'm going to call this a situation number 5, which can kind of go into the left hand, because if your left hand's keeping up with what your right hand's doing, that will be a situation like you see on the screen: tension and stiffness. So you have to make sure that your hands don't fight with each other, but just make sure if your left hand is not as agile as your right hand, you need to slow stuff down. My right hand's faster. We will never have it at 100% perfect, but just be aware of it, and that will help you through your practice. All right, so this one is a big one. I've seen this a lot. I use a lot of words in teaching with the word P in it, meaning there's progress, not perfection. There's patience. You and I all only have so much time. We need to get to the piano. We want to play the songs that we love. And sometimes we're expecting too much too soon. We want to play something that maybe is too hard. Here's a little tough love. That is the common problem. People are playing way too hard music. They want to sound good. They want to look cool. But 6 months to kind of play something in your left hand, right hand. Okay, I'm a little aggressive right now, 6 months, but it's not going to work out. You have to expect less. You have to put in the time. Dedication is everything. Here's one, 7. Big call out here. I've had students that will say, I can't get both hands working. I'm so frustrated. All right, well, how did your 2 weeks of practice go? I'm so frustrated, I haven't practiced. We'll never get our hands to work correctly if we don't do the dirty work. We have to put in the time. We can't sleep on a book. We can't buy something from Amazon. We just can't watch 7 hours of YouTube videos and think that we can play both hands. So you need a plan. Here are some solutions. One of them is have a practice journal. Another one is be accountable. Slow stuff down. Slow it down. Improvement is measured in small increments. I've said it before and I'll say it over and over again. If you don't slow stuff down, your brain's not going to be able to digest. At times, do count. Think about how the rhythm works as far as vertical. See what lines up. I wrote some other stuff here. Definitely easier music. I don't know. It's interesting. I love easy music. I want to make music, but it's okay to have challenges, and people have argued with me with this. Sometimes people play really hard music, and there's a lot of hard music on YouTube because that's how we get views and we show this flashy stuff. But I don't understand because there's nothing musical about it. We don't understand a lot of basics. There's more hard love there. And I'm saying this out of 30 years at all ages. And when you're looking at easier music, it doesn't mean that's going to be your destiny for the next 2 weeks. It could just mean for that weekend. You're just looking at some easier music. You're going to develop better internalization skills, better rhythm skills, maybe pedaling, whatnot. What else did I write down here? I said it before, but you got to dedicate. Don't see, I can't do it both hands. Don't see it like it's a failure. Why don't you dedicate and ask yourself, why can't you do it? Narrow it down. What's the piece? You know, when we just say something broad, I just can't do both hands. I mean, it's like me. I just can't speak Spanish. I can a little bit, but you have to have a plan. And I said that before. If we're just going to grasp like this, then that's gonna be here's the tough love. That's gonna be the destiny. Two other ones. One of them, similar concept as playing with both hands, is some people just hate reading music. I get it. It's a skill. It takes time. And this is really a hard one. I've seen this at all ages. I had a student for about 2.5 years. They kept writing in the music. Carl, by the way, if you're watching this, thank you. And kept writing in like that's the pitch E, that's the pitch D. So our brains will just look at that pitch. I got permission. Now we are erasing those pitches and we're looking at the lines and spaces. Now I get it from, if I put myself in a student's perspective, we want to get patterns and rhythms. There's a lot that we need to conquer. So we just get that pitch done. And I also feel like as we age, we know the sense of time is we only have so much time. But enjoy your time by doing something correctly. Because what I have found, when people take shortcuts, 2 years goes by and then they have to redo stuff. That's not fun. And this is all about being an enthusiast, a hobbyist, getting better at it, enjoyment to enrich your life, which is what music is about, and piano playing. Last one, get a teacher. Just maybe put some money aside. I'm not even advertising for myself. I'm not available, but just get a teacher or dedicate yourself to a method book. The tough love here is, and I've seen this a lot, YouTube videos are great, but if you don't have a plan, you're just going to kind of dive around. In fact, I bet there'd be a cool study on this. If someone pays a teacher, I guarantee they're going to practice more diligently and they're going to try. And I am saying this as the second time. I'm not advertising. I'm not available. But I do know for a fact when students work with a teacher, they can get motivated. They can get them from point A to point B. There's thousands of us, online, in person, but that can help you. And if you can't afford it, maybe you can just take one lesson, see how it goes. You'll benefit from more. Maybe you could reach out to a local college. There could be a student, a college student that could look for some money, like an apprentice fee. What else could you do? Some teachers do offer sliding scales. But when someone says, I can't afford it, remember, some of those piano teachers, it's been their craft, it's their education. They've put thousands of hours and everything else into it. They're just not charging X amount just to gouge. That's another conversation, but I just wanted to point that out there. Oh, and Yeah, I'm going to talk about piano teachers later because I've met some students where they have quit because of piano teacher X and Y. That'd be a fun video to make. Hopefully this was helpful. As always, hit the like button. I know I enjoyed it, even though I had to record a few times. But just get playing. Play. Think simple. All right. Bye-bye. Make sure that the strongest link is the link that's the weakest. Does that make sense? It doesn't. But I'm going to leave it in because I can't do this again.